Sawadee krap, welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. I'm your host JP Mestanza, and it's Friday, February 8th, meaning the latest edition of the Phuket News is released. Grab your copy at any one of 600 locations around the island. Now here's the news you need to know. When a fishing boat sank in the waters off Ubolratana last month, the captain and crew were luckily saved, but days later, after it was salvaged, officials found evidence that the boat had possibly been catching guitarfish and baby stingrays, which have dwindling in numbers. The Al-Janjir fishing boat sank in the heavy seas off Ubolratana back on January 18th and was recovered on January 25, a week later. But during the salvage of the boat, divers say they found guitarfish and baby stingrays all over the seabed near there, with reps from Go Eco Phuket, a local marine conservation group, saying that they were still trapped in fishing nets, suggesting that the crew from the sunken boat were catching them. Despite the link that several have been making, officials from the Department of Marine and Coastal Resources say they cannot press any charges for the fish since they can't prove that they were caught in a protected conservation area or national park. But the operator of the Al-Janjira will face charges for damaging about 5 square meters of corals that the wreck had landed on. For more on this, visit thephuket.news.com. Just 2 weeks after the disappearance of a dissident Vietnamese journalist from a Bangkok mall, Immigration Bureau officials say they promised to investigate what happened. Trong Duy Nhat, an anti-regime activist and contributor to Washington-based Radio Free Asia, disappeared the day after he was granted refugee status by the Bangkok office of the UN High Commissioner for Refugees on January 26. And witnesses say that Nhat was abducted from the Future Park Mall in northern Bangkok. This is all according to Amnesty International. At a news conference yesterday, Immigration Bureau Chief Police Lieutenant General Surachak Hakpan said that although there was no official record of the Vietnam dissident entering the Kingdom of Thailand, they will investigate his disappearance and whether he entered Thailand illegally. The dissident was previously in a Vietnamese prison from 2013 to 2015 for, quote, conducting propaganda against the state, according to his blog, and that he left for Thailand after someone tipped him off that he was in danger of being rearrested in Hanoi, as Amnesty International say that Vietnam have a track record of abducting its exiles and refugees abroad. His disappearance is just the latest in several high-profile refugee cases in Thailand, after the Saudi Arabian female who fled the country last month and the Bahraini footballer who remains in Thai jail. To cope with the ever-increasing number of flights landing and taking off at the Phuket International Airport, the Aeronautical Radio of Thailand Ltd, the state company for air traffic controllers, better known as AeroThai, will launch a new air traffic control system. A demonstration of the new system was held at the Phuket Flight Control Center earlier this week, with over 200 people in attendance, including top Navy officials, top police officials, and Phuket Vice Governor Supoj. And it was pointed out that Phuket Airport is the third busiest in the country, behind both international airports in Bangkok. With officials estimating that Phuket International will have an average of 400 flights per day in the next 5 years, a new infrastructure project with a new air traffic control system is being implemented, all to help increase the ability to support flights, efficiency of flights, and safety of flights, according to officials. Phuket Extra will be right back, so don't go anywhere. The 4th annual Phuket Hospitality Challenge will be held at the Championship Laguna Golf Phuket course on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. The long-awaited Thailand elections takes place in March, and while current Prime Minister Prayut was coy about entering the race, he finally applied his candidacy yesterday. But now, in an unprecedented move, a wildcard contender has entered the race. It's none other than Princess Ubolratana, the elder sister of His Majesty the King Maha Vajiralongkorn, and it makes things so much more interesting going into the elections. The announcement was made this morning at the Election Commission office at the government complex in Bangkok by officials from the Thai Raksa Party, who registered the princess after rumors circulated online earlier this week that she would enter the race for Prime Minister in the March 24 elections. According to the Bangkok Post, the Thai Raksa Party is a spin-off from the Pheu Thai Party, which have been linked with fugitive former premiers Thaksin and Yingluck Shinawatra, and a statement from the Thai Raksa Chat party said that they were thrilled and honored that the princess accepted its invitation. The 67-year-old Princess Ubolratana was born in Switzerland in 1951, the eldest child of the late King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit, and holds a bachelor's degree from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and a master's degree from UC Los Angeles. And in 1972, she gave up her royal titles and stepped down from royal activities to marry an American citizen. And she lived in the States for over 26 years until they divorced in 1998. She returned to Thailand permanently in 2001. The princess is the first member of the royal family to directly run for prime minister or any political office since Thailand became a constitutional monarchy in 1932, and the announcement set off a social media firestorm with hashtags like "Long Live Slender" and more all over Twitter. And she's known for her anti-drug campaign in Thailand and a litany of acting roles in Thai movies and TV shows. The party for which her prime minister candidacy is attached to is the Thai Raksa Party, which is connected to the Shinawatra family, which include two fugitive former premiers, including Thaksin Shinawatra, the former PM whose political parties have won elections since 2001, until he was deposed in 2006 in a military coup, and who later fled the kingdom in 2008 to avoid a corruption conviction, in which he was sentenced to prison in absentia. His sister, Yingluck, was elected premier in 2011 until she was ousted by the current military junta in 2014. And she fled just a day before a Thai court sentenced her to 5 years in prison over her administration's failed rice subsidy scheme. While the Shinawats remain in self-imposed exile, they still have a loyal following in Thailand, but they are reviled by the country's royalists and urban elite, and the princess candidacy, especially connected to a party linked with the Shinawatra family, throws a wrench into next month's elections, as many in the country believed the military-led Palang Pracharat party were the favorites to win the elections. This week, acting Prime Minister Prayut, who led the 2014 coup that deposed Yingluck Shinawatra as premier, he accepted the invitation to stand as candidate for PM under the military-led Palang Pracharat party. And under his watch, Thailand has passed legislation allowing for civil unions for same-sex couples and medical marijuana import, export, and research, both of which are unprecedented in Southeast Asia, despite the country's track record on detaining refugees and tough stance in regards to the lèse-majesté laws and the media under his watch as well. And that's the part where many in Thailand have questions, as the lèse-majesté laws prohibits criticism of the country's monarchy. And it's unclear whether those laws extend to Princess Ubolratana, who formally gave up her royal titles and activities, but judging by the reaction to news of her candidacy, remains a popular figure in the kingdom. All the while, the junta has been actively enforcing that law. This is just a brief explanation as to what's going on. Stay up to date at thephuket.news.com. And that's it for Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, click that subscribe button to check out all of our future videos. And if you're watching us on Facebook, give us a like on the Phuket News page. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching, and until Monday, stay classy, Phuket. Visit us in Patong or inkinAsia.com.